Get away!
Hey there, team. So, welcome to a little 3v2 on Helms Deep. And I think this is pretty themed, I believe. I think we've got triple Isengard, or two Isengard and Dunlin. No, Isengard. Oh, triple Isengard. And it's at least one Rohan on defense. If I was a betting man, I think we've got Rohan and Lothlorien. I'll put the notice out now, and I'll do it again after the battle actually starts. We unfortunately do have to call this one before it ends, but I did take some screenshots of the ending battle report, I guess. So you will get to see the kills and so on. We will sort of have a quick run through that. It'll either be in the description. I'll either just post them as like in-gear shots, or I'll upload them and speak through them. But it depends just how I feel then, I suppose. But there is like a clear vector. I do feel it was just we had to zoom off, unfortunately, before killing off the last few boys. So we've got Uruk archers out front by myself. Probably quite well. I don't know. We'll see. I can't quite remember if we've got quite similar armies or not. Infantry, raiders, more raiders. Then the infantry in the back. So you heaps of raiders. Triple infantry. Some berserkers there. They're not going to be pushing those ladders up, I'm sure. Trolls, crossbows, double pikes, Nazhai, and reavers even. I've taken some reavers. So yeah, very heavy numbers. So yeah, lots and lots of raiders just to go sort of toe to toe. No crossbows. Surely I've got a crossbow in the back. No. Surely, but very odd. Interesting. I guess I just really wanted to be the infantry swarm coming forward today. Anyway, to my allies, we've got Ares here. He's got his infantry. He's got his ballista, pikes, crossbows. He's making up for my lack of crossbows with the double crossbow. And reavers, berserkers, Nazhai, guards of Orthanc, and the trolls in the right hand. So heaps and heaps of these sturdy trolls as well. And then over on the right, we've got the Nazhai. Some berserkers. This is Diego. He's got his trolls the right hand pushing, or just next to a ram. Not a ram, a siege tower, it looks like. Infantry, pikes, guards of Orthanc, spear guard there, something I don't have actually. Reavers, ballists, shoot. We've got two ballistas. Huh. Crossbows, skirmishers, and snagav. Two ballistas, really? Were we allowed two ballistas? We'll see. We might end up leaving one. Yeah, we might end up leaving one. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's my... Oh yeah, you can see on the mini-map, you can see Lothlorien's colour. That's interesting, that on the screen you see it as Rohan's colour, but then on the mini-map you've got Lothlorien's colour is sticking through. What? Maybe because Lothlorien is like technically like player 2, so like player 2 is on top of player 1 from the top-down view. I don't know. Don't know how it really calculates that. Oh yeah, shoot, it's going to be a long deployment, isn't it? We'll set at 6 times speed to zoom through that. Feel free to check the description. As I say, in the description you should find the screenshots for the end of the battle. Also, above that, so don't accidentally click on that right now. You might spoil something for yourself. But also it should be the timestamps for actually like battle start, which we're at now. I think... we'll see. There'll probably be, like end off. We'll set 1 time speed because I think there is a little bit of a while before the battle actually kicks off. Oh no, Eastmark Archer's opening up already, so no, we will have to. We'll set 0.34 speed because that should be fine. All that really I think happens in the early game is my archers get shot to pieces, but that's kind of why they're there. Galathrim warriors here. This is Thanatos. So sometimes you quite often see Thanatos and Diego fighting side by side here, so we've dragged them apart onto opposite teams. We've got the Lorien Bladesmen, they do not have an armor upgrade today. Spearmen over on the side, Galathrim archers. Behind them, heaps of these Riddermark axemen. Then the Red Shields of Erkenbrand, Galathrim archers, Lords of the Mark, that's scary. I think they're like the Field Marshal's bodyguard, or from some little bit from back in the day. Very sturdy Lancers. Kieran Amroth Rangers, more Axemen. Over here, some Sindar Blade Masters with the armor upgrade, I believe. I think that's them with the armor upgrade, but Lothlorien, to be honest, is probably my least played faction. We've got the Noble Steeds. Hey, hopefully that didn't come through, but I'm pretty sure it did. Kindred of Celeborn in the back there with their... Oh yeah, they throw axes now, don't they? They're not bows anymore. They no longer have that split shot, sort of absolute like destructive shotgun arrow. They now throw those axes. I'm suspecting that's a very high damage axe, but I actually don't know the damage value of it. Got some Rangers over there. Tuck ourselves in over here. We've got some Shield Maidens from Yancey. Some Guardians. We do have the Guardians of Karis Galathon today. The Sindar Blade Masters. Oh yeah, fantastic. So this is them without the armor upgrade. Good that we can see that. Westmark Infantry. We do have the Helms Hammers. That's where we got the General in, tucked in today. And Medicelt Guard. Up here, Helmingus. Down here, the east, sorry, Airred. They're running out, you can see. Westmark Marshals and Westmark Spears. So, yeah, we'll get a sort of a decent view as things progress, but generally it looks like they're fully mixed up. Sometimes you see one player take the wall, one player take the keep when they're defending, but I think it's a good idea to mix around. Anyway, we'll go to 1 speed. So the cavalry has run out here, and you've seen we have a complete lack of wargs, which is kind of unusual for me. Normally, I am very much the type of guy to take some unit of a melee cavalry to a siege, especially Helms Deep, because you do have such flat ground on the outside, and you've got the risk of, say, you're so worried about the gate, but then once you break open the wall, a cavalry unit sprints out before you've got it plugged up. That's a good strategy, and I've been punished by it before quite a few times. Breaking holes in the walls can punish the attackers, just in the same way as the defenders, for sure, if they're not ready for it. But no, we were very vigilant, and as soon as that went out, I think all 3 of us pinged the gate. We weren't in the same, we weren't in a voice channel with each other for this fight, so we were just sort of limited to using text, but we were doing a pretty good job with that, I feel. Westmark Archers still firing away. What are they going for? That was a cancelled shot, actually. Looks like... Oh, wait, no. That was an actual shot. Sounded like that was a cancelled shot for some reason. But no, they're going into my raiders, which I prefer them to shoot at spread out raiders, which I think is why you can see I dropped the ram and spread myself out. I do have 1 crossbowman. That's good, yeah. Be surprised if I didn't. Pikes. I'd expect maybe a few shots to come into my pikes right now. It's a bit bold of me to be running them through there right now. I think I was just very scared by the sight of that cavalry. I want to get my pikes set up, because again, I don't have the half-orc spear guard either. So I can definitely be injured, and yet so they're shooting at me. I think that's a good idea, although the Uruk pikes are very heavily armoured. We can shrug off a lot of arrow damage. It's very worth it, I think, because they're so good in melee. They're such an important tool for us. The only pikes that the defenders have are those Guardians, which of course would defeat ours, but we've got a hell of a lot more pikes than 1 unit of pike. So it's shooting them up like this, and I really should have these guys spread out. Goodness me, I'm getting absolutely peppered by that arrow fire. Got my own Uruk archers moved up, but hey, I've not really got a target right now. I'm happy enough chilling out. We can relax. Uruk raiders coming over here just to sort of, tuck myself in at the side there. Again, if they want to shoot my raiders, that's okay. I've gone really heavy in the numbers, so it's kind of it's my role to take this beating. You can see I've got way more raiders than my allies do. Those reavers are coming up quite quick. Oh, fantastic. So they have decided, get the air red out there. Have they got the lords of the mark coming out with them too? Air red coming out for a little charge, but that ram kind of saving the day. Also, that sort of steep ground sort of denying the horses that charge. And yeah, now you can see Diego's not going to let him do that again. We've started to really flood this up, and that's the ground is there's too many Uruks there. Far too many Uruks for them to pull off something like that now. As you see, I've dropped some rams. We bust a hole up in this wall. I think the plan is to do the same over here. What have we done with that second ballista, I wonder? Have we left it behind? No, it looks like we've taken them. It looks like we've taken both ballistas, which is interesting. Yeah, usually on say Helms Deep, I would say limit you to say, you know, one aside. But we'll see how it goes. Ares coming forward. Now that you've broken, the nice thing about this, so this is a big time strategy, everybody knows this, but I'll talk about it anyway. Breaking open this wall now means the only way to access here is by ladders or coming down through here, which makes, whoop, burning some Riddermark Axemen, very nice, which makes it quite a good position, of course, for our archers. Also means we can get here and we can charge up onto the main keep wall, and they can't reinforce it from climbing this staircase, not ladder. So let me just take a sniff. Dear me, still not beating that cold, but it will be gone one day. It will be gone one day. Lothlorien bladesmen rushing forward. Eastmark archers being pulled back by the looks of things. Lothlorien warriors standing their ground there. My Uruk infantry leading the way. You know, you maybe think, why am I leading the way with my Uruk infantry if I've got so many raiders? Let them die first? No, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm kind to my men, and I know that my infantry, my Uruk infantry, should be able to go toe-to-toe quite comfortably with some bladesmen. Also, the enemy still has so many archers, I want to... saying that, actually. Looks like I just put the ladders there. I'm not climbing up just yet. But either way, yeah, I think I do lead the way with some infantry, just because that heavy armor is going to resist a bit more damage. Pikes, yeah, you can see how much damage those poor pikemen have taken. I've lost almost 100 guys from that unit. That's really, really painful. Over here, Ares leading the push up onto this wall. He's leading the way with his infantry as well. Just try and sprint on up. Spread out like that, you know, as long as he doesn't clump up, he's not really that tempting a target to arrow fire. And he's already up there, actually. Shoot. I need to maybe grab a screenshot because I'm very good at forgetting these things. That's quite nice. Nice wall fight there, maybe. Hopefully I grab that at the right moment for those Westmark archers. Yancey is trying to sort of pull them away, but it looks like they've decided, because he's tried to pull them down, but they're trying to push themselves through this door. What he needs to maybe do is pull them over here or order them onto this side. But I think he just tried to maybe order them down there. And this is, of course, the shortest route. Yeah, okay, he's realised that and he's pulling them out now. Westmark Marshal's going to be a bit tough for those infantrymen to deal with. That's not going to be fun at all. Suddenly a bunch of these beautiful red armour Rohirrim, heavy axemen, jumping in and hacking you apart is never fun. Oh, Eastmark axemen even getting involved. Good stuff. I say this is something, as a defender, it's something that scares my allies all the time, and I understand that. I tend to get my archers involved in melee quite early, even before they've used up their ammunition. I'm more than happy to lose a few of them, you know, because as long as I keep half of that unit, it's still going to be, I'm still going to get the kills with it. I'm still going to use that ammunition. So yeah, I'm sometimes a bit free, and as I say, it does worry people, which I understand. Over here, we've engaged across the wall. Me with my raiders, Diego with his raiders. Really, yeah, both of us just sort of using this ladder, just filling it up. We've got another ladder right there too. Something I do love about ladders, in you know, comparison to siege towers. Siege towers are great for that initial jump up, be like, hello, here I am. But ladders, I think ladders generally do have a better, just constant flow of troops. You know what, siege towers, it's great because you can fully fill up this area, and then like 100 guys can jump out onto the wall all at once. Whereas ladders, though, you got 4 ladders to climb up instead of 1, which you can see they're much more tightly packed on this one ladder than they are on R4. But I still think it's a bit faster on the 4 ladders. So you can see here we've made some good progress on the walls straight away. I'm taking a lot of fire, but the hope is I'm exposing my left side to the shots. You can see some of my boys are, but unfortunately, a handful of these bladesmen and women are turning my Uruk infantry to the right, well, to the left, so we're getting shot on the right. Bit nasty. Yeah, that armor value is still keeping us pretty safe, but I mean, the Uruk infantry don't have an amazing shield value, but I'd rather use it than not, for sure. And we've really buffed up this wall. We've got a lot of raiders on this wall. We've really sort of claimed it for the time being. Now is the time that we need to start spreading this out. We need to start maybe claiming ground and start using this wall for our ranged units. You can see Ares really going all out for the keep by the looks of things, whereas Diego's sort of mixing himself in. He's going through the gateway and through the wall. I'm going fully wall. You know, we didn't really discuss that, but that was just kind of the way that things started to work out. I was, of course, more than happy to leave the boys to go through the gate. You can see the gate is very, very unpleasant to go through, especially with all... This is Medicilled guard fire right into those pikes. I'm surprised they're not dying faster, to be honest, because that's accurate javelin fire. It's very high damage javelin fire, and I'm sure Yancey is very, very happy now that he's used up that ammunition. Because sometimes, of course, you know, you can end up taking a unit like the Medicilled Guard, save the ammunition for so long, and you never actually end up getting it used before it gets thrown on into melee. But now they're free to be sent in as he pleases. And now the Helmingus can maybe take that position or something like that, because that's an incredibly powerful little position on that bridge. Ares tanked that nicely, though. The brave Uruk-hai pikes standing their ground, even as they've been beaten apart by all that. The Reavers there have bolted. Javelins of our own coming forward there from Diego into the face of those Westmark spears. It's never fun to take a javelin, but if somebody's going to do it, those Westmark spears will at least reduce the damage quite a lot. You see Ares has sent his trolls over here, so we are fully sort of mixed up. I think, you know, I'm the only person that's not getting involved in the gate, but everybody else is getting involved everywhere. You can see I've really sort of pushed a lot of my troops here. We've got victory is certain across a lot of this fighting, which is fantastic for us. You know, we are no mere orcs that can be just kept back. This is, you know, these are the fighting Uruk-hai. We have to, we will certainly give it our all, and we cannot be held back by no mere, you know, knife here. So, Galathran warriors there, though, they've got the... I mean, well, hey, it's mostly raiders I've got here. I've got a few infantry left. They'll smash through the army of the infantry, no problem. The raiders, though, yeah, they've still got no problem slicing through our skin and light leathers, but at least they're not countering us too badly. Trying to sort of whittle them down, getting shot in the back as well. No shield value, very light armor value on those raiders. That they will gut me very, very quickly. But I mean, the defenders don't have limitless arrows. I'm firing. What am I going for? I do, of course, I like Helms Deep fights on sort of different times in the day. What is this? Is this afternoon or is this evening? You see this, or is this morning? I think it's morning. Yeah, this is just a normal morning fight by the looks of things. I do like my, yeah, because that's technically the east in terms of the way that Medieval 2 rolls with it. So, sun is rising from over there. Continuing to barrel forward with my arrows. What are we going for? Shield maidens? Surely not. I think I was shooting into the Arid. Although the damage possibility from their cavalry may be a bit limited, I still would like to cleanse these guys down a bit. 74 of them is just too many. That's still far too many. And if I can shoot them in the back, if I was getting their shield value, I maybe wouldn't, but shooting them in the back like that, more than happy to keep that up. Riddermark Axeman there. He looks like... I must have been missing it. I thought for a second they were throwing a missile. Over here, Isengard Raiders there running on down from Windy Pops. Oh no, that isn't Windy Pops, that's a Diego. Shoot. Coming in for a good little backstab there on these lines. That's absolutely fantastic as more trolls are coming in from Ares. We're getting some great little flank attacks. As long as these guys don't break, hopefully they can hold it. My crossbowmen have gotten set up here now, and this is a pretty nice little position. I've got really sort of a god tier spot up here. Anything wild? I mean, what am I going for? I think I'm going for the red shields. Again, just wanting to... Yeah, it's the red shield. So they are shielded. They have got some decent armor. I'm maybe catching their left side there. I don't know if I'm going into their left side or their back, but I was happy enough to sort of cleanse that unit down. You can see all those guys have been slain by my crossbows. But any elf as well, I feel, is a decent target. If I can sort of be blasting an elf, yeah, Glathrim archers there taking that beating. Preferably I'd get some elites, but if I can kill an elf, I'm happy. Now the thing is, those shield maidens, they've already used up their ammunition, those shield maidens, dear me, because they could rip me apart if they wanted to. Because nothing's really opening up on me. Kindred are there now, so that's definitely going to be my target. But the main push happening through that gate is going not too bad at all. Or, well, no, breach, not the gate. The main push through the gate, let's see how it goes. More javelins coming from on high. That's from on high, even. Sorry, so Eastmark spears, much lower damage javelin, but that's still a lot. They've only got 2 throws, but it's 180 men in that unit. Just that's 180 AP strikes square into the faces of the pikemen. Very, very unpleasant. Westmark marshals coming in to keep them in check. Westmark spears still standing strong on the other side. As I say, Ares has got the worst attacking position for sure from all of us. It's not very fun at all. You can see Diego's pushed in through there. He's climbed up onto the wall. Again, kind of trusting in the morale. The discipline of our fighting Urukai has we can mistreat them a bit. You can throw them around. You can be like, okay, no, let's just take this position, push up, go. If you were trying to get your Mordon infantry up there or something silly like that, that would not be fun. You can see here I am being countered pretty bloody by the nobles there, but I've used up a good bit of my ammo. If somebody's going to take this beating, then, you know, we might as well try and withstand it for a little while. But you can see how quickly he is rinsing me down there. With that silver... those... Do we call these silver thorn arrows? What do we call these again? It's the blue ones. I think the silver thorn ones are the high mass ones. I don't know what the blue strikes are. Either way, Diego is pushing up. My raiders still clashing. Do we have any fighting going on over here? Yeah, we still do. These Glathrim warriors have just been chopping their way quite happily through my raiders. I've just been keeping them compressed up against this corner, really. Not doing too much damage to them, it seems, but hey, little by little, you know, we'll take out these elves. Let me just take a gulp of tea. There's me. So that's fine. More Urukai infantry. So I don't really have that much in the way of reserves now. Everything I've got is either sort of being thrown on in or it's right up the front there. What do we have? Still got I still got my Reavers. I think I was just scared to send them in. I was just a little bit worried about the enemy arrow fire. As the Ares does have the worst, toughest position to attack, so he does have some reinforcements waiting. Another shot from that ballista, going a little bit too high. Trolls of the White Hand from Ares, cracking in. Shield Maidens, I really appreciate Shield Maidens in melee. They're you know more than capable of dealing with a lot of foes. But those Trolls of the White Hand, they're gonna have a lot of trouble with. The Kindred of Celeborn sent on in. We're gonna struggle to deal with them. Kindred as well with those, what's 2 swords? Yeah, 2 swords after they use up their ammunition. But I think they won't do too well up against those Trolls of the White Hand. Yes, they're very skilled. So, goodness me, heck, I'm going crazy right now. But, you know, maybe not doing the damage. My raiders push down that, run down these stairs, getting into the back of the Riddermark Axemen, trying to sort of slice and dice my way through these panicked Rohirrim, but the elves are backstabbing me, slicing me down. Yeah, and again, kind of trusting in my morale here. Even with that charge there, this would break, you know, this would really at least shake a lot of units. But my raiders are holding strong, which I was chuffed to bits with, it really was. Ares has got his crossbowmen on the wall there. The rangers out of ammunition, but they're coming in to silence Diego's crossbowmen. These warriors coming in to, keep back my infantry. At least my infantry are sort of jumping right into the middle of them now, instead of sort of facing them straight face to face. we should be able to do a lot more damage to them, but my raiders have been slain. Oh, is this 2 different units? It's just a few, I think it's just a few of the scraps for some reason sitting back there. Over there, my archer's not really finding any targets right now. Oh yes, good. So he pushed down, he's rushed down there to engage the last of my crossbowmen, really wiping them out, but Ares has sent forward his berserkers to get to, lend me a hand. And I mean, if there's anybody that the berserkers are going to want to fight, it would probably be the Westmark infantry, because those Westmark troops do wear some decent armor. All of that chainmail is going to be getting sliced on through by the heavy berserkers. Yeah, you can see just how quickly those poor Westmark infantry are falling. Berserkers will be taking a beating for it, though. You know, they're quite fragile, those berserkers, especially to range damage, but even melee. Don't look after themselves too well, those berserkers. You can see over here, Diego's sending in his berserkers, and yeah, much the same up against the Helmingus and Westmark forces, and just cleaning through them, creating a little bit of space for us at the entrance. And I don't think that the defenders have any more javelins to really pour down onto this position. So they're just relying on that elven skill. The Guardians are there, so the Guardians will certainly be able to keep this back for a good long while, unless we can get javelins into the Guardians or something like that, or push up to break them open. Again, that's something that Isengard does lack, is sort of a high mass shield wall unit. The only shield wall we've really got are the... Oh, dearie me. We'll pretend we didn't see that, my friend. Diego just sort of burned. I'm surprised that didn't shake them, to be honest, because that was quite a few of my archers that just got burned up. Did we manage to burn anything? Don't know, actually. I don't know if we... Oh, no, we did. Yeah, we burned up a few elves as well, so that's fine. We can... more than happy to trade, especially Galathrim nobles, yeah. More than happy to trade a few of my archers for them. What I'm scared about, though, is, of course, if this wall ends up breaking, then everything we've got on this wall will just be chucked down. Defeated. Trolls the White Hand coming forward, just really starting to clear out what's happening down here in the the inner, well, the edges behind Deeping Wall, really. Should be all right. Of course, at time of recording, and this shouldn't. I don't know when I'll release this one, but I see at time of recording we've just seen the trailer for the War of Rohirrim anime movie. Definitely a very mixed response. There's some things that, of course, I'm very scared about. I think generally I'm quite excited about it, though. I will watch it when it comes out. As I say, there's a lot of things I'm spooked about, a lot of things that I'm really little worried. Definitely got some kind of eerie feelings from the trailer there, but we'll see. Still, I've not made many judgments just yet. So I will definitely be checking it out. Over here you can see the nobles doing that sort of that new sort of jump slice animation, which I've not really paid too much attention to. I've only really seen them do it. Is it either an elven swordmaster attack, or is it something totally unique to the Galathrim nobles? We'll have to keep our eyes open for that. But the Nazhai are present, you know, because everybody else is really going to struggle. That's 71 nobles there. That's really not easy. Even with the pikes getting set up, we'll have a good bit of trouble. But we've got Guards of Orthanc in there. We've got Nazhai in there. We've still got Trolls of the White Hand. We should be able to deal with this. And that's the general actually dropped from Lothlorien too. Not that the Lothlorien morale is not going to be too easy to shatter. You know, these guys still fighting down to 4, wavering, only broken at 3 men left. I think we can be happy enough with that, to be honest. Of course, Lothlorien and Imladris kind of playing the roles of the absolute top tier of elves, whereas Mirkwood and Linden are much more of the standard elves, which is still very high tier, of course. More of the citizenry, I guess. But yeah. So Lothlorien able to stick around for a good long while when they need to. But now controlling this wall, we're getting shots down, we're sort of pouring hits here, there, and everywhere, wherever we really can. Is that 2 Rangers, actually? That's 2 Cairn Amroth Rangers, interesting. Unfortunately, some of them having to shoot up and over because they are red down in front of them. but I think it looks like Yanis is going to be moving those boys. Of course, in a defense, you used to always want to have 2 rangers. You know, it was very worthwhile to have, but now that they're not body piercing anymore, it's maybe not. So he's here. Yancey is blocked up this entranceway with some blade masters backed in by, well, yeah, with his own Westmark spears to back up the Sindar bladesmen, holding that position. You'll see soon we actually push up this way as well. This is something that I really like about this siege. We're pressuring them here. We pressure them here in a minute, and we're still sort of pressuring them at the gate. So it does show that, you know, the keep may be very, very powerful. It may be an amazing defensive position, but you've still got a lot of avenues to come in. You've even got this as a point of approach too, if you want to use that, or if you're able to use that. Then that can be very, very useful for you as well. Because of course, if you don't have ladders or a siege tower and you've broken that entrance, then yeah, you're stuffed. But yeah, oh well. Ares still chugging in there with his Nazhai and pikes, down to just the Lorien spearmen, who are having a good time there. Actually, that must change soon, I'm sure, because that's Nazhai you're facing. Maybe they're just they're benefiting so much from the Guardians to their right. The Guardians are chewing through, yeah, just besting those pikes. Uruk-hai pikes, some of the best pikes are going, some of the best midline pikes, I guess. But the Guardians are just quite a good few steps above that. That real elven excellence. Yeah, just allowing them to clear out our Uruk-hai. Helmingus there engaging. No, not engaging anything up here. Cleared that out. We've got the air raid out. They've managed to push their way out. They're getting through to the Ballista. Let me just move my foot in that 1 minute. Air raid through. Tried to get a charge onto that Ballista, but the problem with them, when you're charging like artillery from the front, you know, your cav is always going to hit the siege pieces. But that's stopped him. Diego's had to pull himself away now. But I don't really know how much ammunition that Ballista crew really had left. But it looks like we've got a backstab coming in to my trolls. Not fun at all. What we got? How many trolls did I have before? But I'm looking at the raiders. Ugh. Either way, I don't have as many trolls now. Down to 5 trolls, goodness sake. See, with that one strike, the air raid have certainly not paid for themselves, but they've done a damn good job with that. And that's another troll going down just from their sword slashes. As they pull away, if their morale stays, they're steady. Came in for a charge against the Ballista crew, which they did actually pull off. Well done. It's nice to see the Rohirrim being, because everybody, when you're defending Helms Deep, everybody always wants to take cavalry, but because you've only really got one egg set, it's always difficult, and it's so easy to plug this up, you know, if you're fast enough. But, no, he's waited for sort of the right time for it here. I think dealing with those trolls is so good for him. Now I've only got 4 trolls left, and, yeah, you can see, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 troll bodies I'm spotting there, unless I'm maybe miscounting something. That's pretty nasty, and some of those trolls will have definitely lost hit points. And you'll see how long some of these trolls survive just fighting the general infantry that's arrayed against them. It's damn, losing them there is really painful. You see, so Thanatos has filled up this avenue again. Yancey, I really love that the defenders have been fighting side by side through it, like all of this. They're always whenever you're seeing one of them, there's always some other troops from Rohan backing up Lothlorien and so on. It's really nice. Looks like the gateway is about to fall from our side. We got some Snaga there. Guards of Orthanc coming around. Ballista crew were going to be coming in to heroically assist. Looks like maybe the little bit of a slope there sort of saved them, really. But yeah, that air raid getting broken, and they should be almost entirely grabbed by the Guards of Orthanc as they're routing, and this guy looks like he's probably going to jump into the back of the pikes there and get grabbed as well. So that's good. That's that cav just taken out. Oh, one more banner carrier might make it. No, he did not. So that was it's good to see that taken out, because that could have been very, very scary for us through the ending stage of that battle. We've got this all mopped up now down here, I believe. I'm not seeing anything more. Nope, looks like that's it. That's fantastic. Westmark Marshals pulling on around. But so now that we've got all of these units freed up, we've got heaps of trolls still remaining. Pikes, infantry. I think I'm just about dead, to be honest. But everything we've got is going to be able to sort of split itself up, half there, or however we want to play that. Got some infantry rushing on across here now. He pushed on out to kill the last few of my crossbowmen, unfortunately. I don't think I noticed that. And those marshals were very efficient. Dealt with them in no time at all. So I think that's that fallen shield maiden on the ground there. I think so. But anyway, my infantry coming up to try and redeem those avenge those fallen crossbowmen. But no, the marshals are standing in their way now. But this is not really where Yancey maybe wants to hold. Actually, that's not too bad because he is sort of shielded from any shots. Because if we had an archer unit there, we could really shoot them up quite badly. We could maybe get our archers set up somewhere else, but all in all, that's going to be holding back my infantry. But right now, I'm not trying to push through here. Just trying to sort of engage them a bit, make them keep a focus there. Diego's coming in behind me with something much more powerful, though, and I'm sending up my Naz High along that way too. So we do have some power arriving. And maybe now we need some reinforcements on this end. Ares with his crossbowmen are turning up. My 4 trolls before surviving trolls coming on by. Guards of Orthanc actually doing a little bit of a shield wall push. Of course, yeah. So the Guards of Orthanc do have that shield wall ability. And they're getting a bit of ground. Maybe that heavy armor is a bit difficult to deal with for the Gardens of Caris Galathon. But I think after this initial push, it's going to start going back in their favour now. That's a general killed. Could have been. I suspect that's Ares' general that fell there. The announcer didn't give us any word, but I suspect the general was in with the Guards of Orthanc. Perhaps a human general amongst us. Coming on by here, the Sindar Bladesman, no armor upgrade, but still pretty healthy. Still pretty healthy, that unit. As they continue to push down here, they've got a great hill advantage on us. So our guys are going to be fighting uphill the whole way, just really tiring themselves out. That's the main thing that fighting uphill does for you in Medieval 2. You know, it does different things in different Total Wars, so you do have to sort of be paying a bit of attention. But generally in Medieval 2, it just sort of tires your guys out an awful lot faster. That's going to end up sort of lowering your melee defense and so on as you start to get exhausted. You can see here we were actually inflicting some good kills, but that's my Naz High generally. I'd say it's going to be difficulty. You know, the difficulties for the defenders now is going to be countering stuff like the Naz High. Because what do they still have tucked in all the way at the back here? This is a gate. That's the thing that's kind of interesting. This is an actual gate, so we would have to go and get a ram all the way over there if we wanted to deal with that, or bring a ram all the way in here. They've got another gateway. That's kind of interesting, you know. They don't really have anything in reserve there, though. What have they got tucked in here? Some shield maidens with those throwing axes. No, out of ammunition. Some out of ammunition shield maidens are back here. But still, that's 123, 133. Let's see, I think 123. Yeah, 123 models to nail our way through. It's definitely going to be tricky. Sindar Bladesmen there, showing their defensive skill, like being able to sort of hold back the Troll of the White Hand, but just lacking that high damage that's needed to burst through a unit like that, to break through that armor is really not easy. Some attacks to the back. So that's again when a model is attacked in the back. Good, dropped him. Oh, dropped both of them. Very, very quick succession there. Any attack to the back has got, like, I think no. It's either no or it's half melee defense. I think it's half. I think it's half the melee defense. So any strike to the back there, they've only really got that armor value. Not that trolls have much melee defense anyway, but they more are just relying on their armor, their hit points, and so on. These axemen here, much higher attack value than most men-at-arms, most elven men-at-arms, because they've got an axe instead of a blade. But maybe not enough, again, to deal with my Naz High. Another quick gulp of tea there. I was doing some experimenting. Again, I talked about it a little bit in the last fight. Doing some experimenting to try my best to improve the video quality that's coming out. Just because, you know, trying to get rid of that sort of pixelation effect. I think it's become worse over the past past few months. You know, it really does seem to be quite prevalent. But I think I've made a few changes that seem to be improving it. I'm going to try and keep making some little changes here and there to keep making it better if I can. But I think the problem really is, I think it comes down to when the videos are compressed after I edit them. You know, after I chop them up, put some music over the top, that's all I really do with my editing. Of course, you know, nothing too extreme. Oh, wow. Oh, what's going on there? What is going on here? Oh. Very, very jumpy. Sorry, I just had to move away from the fighting there. What is causing that? That's very odd. Hello? Okay. That's fine now. That was very strange. There was like some proper freezes there. Must have been something being thrown or something. A lot of range damage happening. Maybe these crossbows just inflicted some serious damage, and the game was struggling with it for a second. I don't know. Either way, continuing to push up here, unable to really break through the Rohirrim lines. You know, we're killing our way through them quite efficiently with our Nazhai, but just not able to properly breach them. Let's send our bladesman. Is anything going on? Oh, no, those... Ah, okay, shoot, that must have been this. Yeah, the shield maidens got set up. Yeah, they must have gotten set up there and started rattling damage down, inflicting probably a lot of those poor Snaga just ate it. You know, Axe is coming into the guards of the Orthanc, or sorry, guards of Orthanc. Heavy armor. They'll resist a lot of that damage, but it's a big axe coming at you. But luckily, Diego has pushed in those skirmishers, so he's gonna get some he's gonna get some javelins into the guardians. Thanatos trying to pull those guardians back now, but just a few volleys. Oh, that's the amount of ammo. Interesting. So the guardians are still kicking, and because of that heavy axe fire, that's basically dropped the guards of Orthanc down to 9. The Medisailed Guard should be able to finish them off now. 167 Snaga might be a little bit beyond them though, after they've dealt with everything else. Of course, if they were sort of fresh, those 12 guys could probably take that on, but not really in their current state, and especially not with Diego giving a full sort of surround there. He might be coming in for a little backstab there against those Medisailed Guard in a minute. You can see these shield maidens have come around just as Diego and I have broken through the defences here. So we have sort of managed to catch them now. They've used up their ammunition. We're a little bit too late perhaps, but still, they'll arrive. They'll try and stop us. Make sure that we don't get a surround on those guardians, because if those guardians can just find a position and sit and defend and fight whatever's coming right into their faces, then this, you know, say if those guardians could have gotten back inside and just held right here, that could have been it. So we do have an admit defeat there from Rohan, but the problem was it was our man Yancey had to go. He was the host of this fight, and he had to leave. Head off to work, I believe, and that was just at the moment that Thanatos was away. He was just AFK for a quick second, so we were unfortunately having to call the fight there. So if you do check the description, there should be some Endure links, I suspect, or however I've decided to host the images of the ending battle screens. I've got, of course, all the army kills, and then because all three of us were Isengard, you should be able to have all of the Isengard kills, so you have all 3 armies worth. We were sort of pushing through. I think we were, we were going to be able to sort of win this, but a lot of the power we had left were actually our ranged units. Which still had some ammo, and had the boys had a bit more time, I'm sure they would have maybe defended a little bit differently. And if they had managed to sort of get some troops back behind that final point, it wouldn't have been easy for us, for sure. I think we would have had a bit more, a good bit more trouble, because the Nazhai were basically spent. Those Medisailed Guard down there, they would have been fighting us for a bit longer, maybe. Yeah, you can see the crossbows. A lot of our power was just our ranged units. You know, we had, yeah, I think, say, even if they just add 1 or 2 more units, that's always something I like to think about at the end of a fight. Like, how much more did the defenders need? You know, if they just had, you know, 2 more, if they just had like 2 more Westmark infantry right now, could they have won? If they had just 1 more could they have won? You know, just bits and bobs like that. It's always fun to sort of think about that. But anyway, yep. Sorry about the you know, lack of a screen there, but yeah, I did take some screenshots, so should be posted up in the description. So cool. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.